Pardon the Brick-Ruption, I'm Mel Brown. Two men are in a barbershop. There's the barber, there's the patron. Kid barges in and the barber tells the patron, hey, this is the dumbest kid ever. Watch this. He approaches the kid, dollar in one hand, 50 cents in the other. The kid snatches the 50 cents and runs out the door. Corey, who's smarter?
I mean, dollar versus 50 cents. If I'm a kid, I don't know. I probably would have went for the dollar, right? As a kid, I probably go for the dollar. So maybe the kid is dumb. I don't know.
Maybe. The man finished getting his haircut and walks down the street and accidentally bumps into the kid who's coming out of the ice cream parlor with an ice cream cone. He says, hey, kid, why did you take the 50 cents? You could have had $1. The kid says, hey, the moment I take the dollar, the game's over. Who's smarter?
I mean, it might still just be the guy because the kid just exposed the trick to the game. He could have just kept his mouth quiet, kept coming to get that 50 cent every day. So maybe the kid got a little bit too overzealous. He may have gotten too overzealous.
Hey, 50 cents today, 50 cents tomorrow, 50 cents the next day. I think I'm past that dollar.
However, I want to know where he got that ice cream cone for 50 cents. Because I can't get an ice cream cone for no less than $5. So maybe I'm the stupid one.
I need to find that ice cream parlor. I like ice cream too.
I might be the dumb one. Oh man, but let me tell you something that's not dumb. And that is what we're about to talk about today. So we're going to crack into some of these things, man. We're going to talk about, today is August 2nd, right? Mm-hmm. That means August 1st was a release date.
Yes.
Now, listen, Pokemon, got to catch them all.
Yes.
Bro, when I tell you that the store was decked out in Pokemon, it didn't matter what else was coming out on August 1st. Pokemon was the winner of yesterday. I saw kids and adults wearing Pikachu hats, dressing up as Ash Ketchum. It looked like Comic-Con at the Lego store. People was in there to go and get these Pokemon sets. And let me tell you, man, I finally saw the sets in front, right in front of me, looking at all the sets, man. I'm a little mixed. I'll be honest, I'm a little mixed. I definitely want that Mewtwo. I think that Mewtwo is fire. I think some of the other kids, I guess they're for the younger kids, and that's all good. So I think it kind of suffers in the details, but I think it's still good for them. But ask me if I got any of those Pokemon sets yesterday.
Well, I know you didn't, friend. I know you didn't.
You know what? I walked up in there thinking as though I was part of the land, and I was like, "Hey, man, where's the Star Trek bridge?" They were like, "Star Trek bridge? Yeah, the Star Trek bridge."
You were spoiling. Oh, you were spoiling.
I mean, I thought they were in the know. I didn't say it loud enough. I was talking to the guy. The guy came back to me. He was like, "Yeah, bro, that ain't coming out. That's not this release." And I was like,
"Calm down. Let's bring you back in. Look at what's on the show.
I built one set, and automatically I think I'm one of these guys."
Oh no.
Nah. But I got some fun sets, man. I only got 2 sets that actually released yesterday. The rest of the stuff I got was for my students. So I really wasn't interested in any Pokemon sets, really. I don't see that flying off the shelves. People were excited for it, but when people saw the price, and I'll share this quick story. I walked up in there and I saw a couple, and the guy and the girl was looking at the sets. They were like, "Yo, Lego got Pokemon now?" And I didn't jump in just yet. And he was like, "Yo, that's crazy. I used to play with Pokemon." And then he was like, "Oh, the price." And then I jumped in. I was like, "Hey, well, this is a new licensing thing with Lego, and they got the smart break. So I'm doing their job, right? I'm doing their job. I'm not wearing an apron. I'm doing their job.
You're an ambassador. You're doing your job. You're an ambassador.
I'm doing my job, right? I'm telling them." And he's just like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "I appreciate that, but that price." I was like, I'm like, I don't know what to tell you, brother. Like, I'm gonna get mine, not these, not today. I'll get them a little later. But but yeah, I think Pokemon was the big hit, man. But man, what about you, man? I didn't have to wait in any lines. I walked right in and I was able to get what I needed. What about you?
And we'll stay on that, right? We'll stay on that. I think that with the Pokemon and the Smart Brick, I think there has to be an introductory set, like to hit people off the whoppy from the jump. You get the reactions like you did, like, oh man, the price. But like if you're already a fan of Pokemon and you're already a fan of Lego Pokemon, that price is just it's worth it, right? Because you're trying to collect them all. Where if it sounded like they just came to a Lego store and was like, oh man, they were making this discovery, but then that membership price, kind of scares them away. And that's the price of membership in Lego, is that you don't care how much money it is that, I'm a member and this is what I'm doing today. And so I think that like that's where Lego might be dropping the ball a bit. You need that like 1 or 2 introductory set that don't cost that much, right? Like even like with City will come out with a set that's like $200, but in that line, there's a couple sets that are $20. There's a couple sets that might be like $15 or something like that, right? And so you need that. It's important to have that scope. Lego, it's important to have that scope. If you don't have that scope, you run into problems and it like that, and people run away. You don't want to chase money away, Lego. You don't. But yesterday was August 1st, and what I should have did was been a good friend, meet my friend down there at the Lego store, and went to the Lego store just to hang out. Right? There's some things I do want, but I now I'm gonna tell you, I don't want to sound like that dude that we know that he's just oblivious, right, to the fact. But I don't have, being a part of land, I don't have FOMO anymore, like fear of missing out. And even if I wasn't, I don't think I would. I think I'm at the point now where I won't have FOMO, because I know that set will be on the shelf when they restock it, and I got a whole year to go get it. Like so I don't have that FOMO anymore, right? But I still like the first day. I still like the sets on the first day, because then you get to see the people in your community, right? And I missed that yesterday. I got some stuff, my personal stuff that's happening that's taking precedence of it. So I missed out on it, and I probably should have still been a good friend. But outside of the Pokemon, you had the Kiss with Gustav Klimt. You had the Donkey Kong arcade. You had E.T., right? You got E.T. You got Bubba Fett that came out. You got the X-Files that came out. You got the Jaguar E-Type that came out. You got the Hanging Golden Pothos. You got the Hubble Space Telescope, the Tower Bridge, and then, I ain't gonna say that because that's Pokemon. Did you know that they came out with the BMW BMW M3?
That's what I got.
Yeah.
I wanted that. I wanted that.
You got that. You got that.
I got
so that. It's a lot more. It's a lot more down that list, right? I think this was a heavy weighted release. It wasn't just a couple. It was a heavy weighted release. Now, and you got the Pokemon. So it was a lot more than just Pokemon, So but I love that. And you made a good point. I love that the Lego release day is starting to look like a Comic-Con, where people are dressing up and they're going to, release day is a big event. It's an event. Like if you're a manager at a Lego store, you're putting on for this event. You're trying to, stage your store for this, because it's an event. It's a big day, right? And because like you're a comic person and I'm a comic book person, right?
Yeah.
But they have a new comic book day every Wednesday. New comic book day every Wednesday. Some days people are dressed up to go, depending on what's being released. Some days people are dressed up for new comic book day. Free comic book day, people get dressed up.
Right.
But it's I think new Lego day is bigger than new comic book day, because people should be getting dressed up. And if you're going to get Pokemon, dress up like Pokemon. If you're going to get the Spider-Man sets, dress up like Spider-Man. You should have fun, because you're waiting in line. Eventually you're going to get the sets that you're there to get, but you're waiting in line. You might as well have fun. So
yeah, I agree. And I'll tell you this too. I think I ruined this mother's idea because she was trying to shoot down everything her kids wanted, and I think one of her son, he wanted the Miles Morales helmet. He wanted that joint. And I was just standing there, minding my business. He's like, Mom, can I get this? He was like, it's gonna be here. And then I was just like, that's probably gonna retire pretty soon.
Pretty soon, it's been there. It's been there. Yeah, it's been there.
She was like, whose side you on? And I had a whole thing of Lego in my hand. I'm like,
I'm on the Lego side, baby.
I'm on Lego. Be a good mom. Be a good mom.
Get the boy the helmet.
Buy that helmet. Keep him off the streets.
Right. Small price. It is a small price for peace.
Yeah.
I know you don't do D&D. I know this. But it's Sunday. You ain't got no job and you ain't got nothing else to do. So did you know that? D&D has collab with Star Wars. Now, what do these two things have in common? What? Bro, it's Lego.
Yeah.
There's a D&D Lego set and CMFs, and Star Wars been a long time collab with Lego forever. And now those two identities are merging together. I am hoping, we're going to talk about this, but I am hoping that Lego jumps in and with this collab, and I tell you what it means, because I know I'm probably speaking hieroglyphics when I talk Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that. You know what it is, but you don't immerse in it too much. But IGN reports that Dungeons and Dragons is getting an official Star Wars expansion. What does that mean? That means that they will explore a universe, and that's what D&D is. You immerse yourself in a character in a universe with a band of people, and you just go defeat evil, right?
Right.
But Lucasfilm Galaxy Far, Far Away will be the second Universe Beyond addition to D&D, following a previously announced at the Comic-Con, right? No, it wasn't the Comic-Con. It was the Gen Con. They announced it at the Gen Con, all right, which is a week after the Comic-Con. All right, the panelists revealed, you have Darth Vader walking out to the center stage. The light beams down on him, and the saber light comes off, and everybody's going crazy, right? But he's got the D&D behind him. He's got the D&D logo behind him. And what does that mean? All right, so they're releasing this product. And so basically you'll get new characters, new classes, and new worlds to explore.
So does this mean that Star Wars is going to leave Lego and kind of work with D&D and allow Star Trek to get some shine? Is that what all this is saying? Because I feel like that's what needs to happen.
You still sour about that?
Listen, man, D&D and Star Wars is a no-brainer. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Star Wars is still heavily popular. They got these shows coming out next year. They got a big movie coming out, Starfighter. So it makes all the sense in the world. Yeah. Get people immersed more into D&D by introducing Star Wars to it. I'm sure there's people who are like me that's heard of D&D, never really wanted to get into D&D, but because of the fact they are into Star Wars, and this is a chance for their friends to do something other than build Lego or play video games or watch the movies, they can immerse themselves in that type of world, in that type of gaming world, and do Star Wars stuff to it. I'm sure that's going to be big for Star Wars fans. I will be remaining where I am because I don't see it. I don't have any desire to do any of that. So I think that's going to be really good for you and your boys at Empire Lug.
Yeah. It'll be huge. I would actually, like, when this rolls out, hopefully I could take this to one of the Lego conventions, and my boys at the Empire Lug, we could play this role-playing game. However, I am ecstatic that this kind of opens the door for Lego. Even though you have Dungeons and Dragons CMFs in a set, you have Lego Star Wars, minifigures and stuff. I hope that Lego jumps in and is able to merge the two and actually give us new characters, and like maybe if they do a CMF line, they They might do a set where you immerse, like, maybe some type of castle that's off in a galaxy somewhere. That's huge.
Mm,
Hey, folks, that's called Space Castle. That's a thing. There used to be a thing. Space Castle used to be a thing. It's a theme. It's a theme. Space Castle is a theme. It's two merging themes. If you're AFOL, there's some Space Castle folks that love that type of stuff. So
Space Castle. Okay.
yeah, see, now the wheels are turning. See, what could that
Mm,
look like? What could that look like? So it's
yeah.
amazing. You take two fantasy worlds and they collide. You know,
Collide. Okay.
yeah.
That's cool. I'm gonna just sit on my I'm gonna just sit on my hands and just wait for Doomsday to drop in December. That's more exciting to me than D&D and Star Wars. So y'all have a great time. Y'all got to worry about me getting in your way. I'm gonna be outside.
There's a D&D Marvel. Don't you know that? There's a D&D Marvel, right? Did you know
And
that?
he almost got me with that. He almost got me with that. And he almost got me with that. I was almost there. I was almost there. It was all that reading. I was like, nah, I don't feel like doing all that reading. I'm good.
Friend.
I'm good.
Reading's fundamental.
All right. I was about to kick off this segment by trying to sound like Michael Myers saying donkey. But I'm not going to do that. I'm not
You might offend somebody.
I'm going to offend a lot of people. I'm not even going to do that. But Shrek is probably one of the most iconic and funny series that Disney has ever put together.
Yes.
Shrek 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we have a Shrek 5 that's on the way. I am excited for the new Shrek that's happening. I enjoy the Shrek movies. It's such an adult comedy, and it's such an adult cartoon, like stuff that I remember as a kid, and now seeing it from an adult perspective, like with Pinocchio and stuff like that. I'm like, oh my gosh, yeah. I could totally see him turning into this. He's a child. He was like a child actor, and now he's like all messed up. I could see that, So Lego is going to jump on that train and come out with a new CMF series. Now these minifigs are going to be, they're going to be iconic. People are going to be rushing the stores to get those minifigs because you could guarantee they're not going to come out with these again. So. This is something I am looking forward to. One round. That's it. You better get in and get out. That's basically what it is. But man, let me see if I can pull this up real quick. All right. And I think we talked about this before. We did talk about this before. Some of the characters they have Fiona, you have Shrek, of course. You also have Puss in Boots, you got the dragon. I think I mentioned something about the dragon. You got the fairy godmother. You got the wolf and stuff like that. Pinocchio.
I got the list right here. You got Shrek, Fiona, Donkey, Pinocchio, Gingy, Dragon, Puss in Boots, Thelonious, Big Bad Wolf, Merlin, Lord Farquaad.
Yeah, Farquaad. Yeah.
Fairy Godmother or Prince Charming. Each. What does that mean? Like you. Maybe it's and Prince Charming, because I'm reading right from the Lego website, but they got or Prince Charming with a question mark. So maybe that's like he really wasn't Prince Charming, maybe.
No, that's who he was in the game. That's who he was in the movie.
He was, but he was like, was he really charming? Was he like he was a villain?
I mean, in his perspective, he was charming.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because this is the cast of Shrek 1 and Shrek 2. If I'm not mistaken, I don't see any other characters from Shrek 3 and 4.
I
mean, it really doesn't matter. These are the stars stars right here.
Maybe that's round 2. Maybe that's a possibility.
That is a possibility. That is very true. That is a possibility. But I mean, this is definitely a day one thing for me, man. If I'm going in there, I got my app. I'm going to be looking for the figs I want, because I don't want all of these figs. I definitely don't want the dragon. I don't want the dragon.
In the box. What's the matter with you?
Nah, man. If you're gonna do a dragon, do the dragon a little bigger.
Now, me and you, we're on the same page with that. I do agree that the dragon should be like a buildable fig, like how they did Shrek. The dragon is bigger than Shrek. So I mean, but the buildable fig is different because you even got a Shrek CMF in here, right? But and I get it. The CMF world is the CMF world, and but it should be. I think the dragon should have been a buildable one, right? or you give us a set with the buildable dragon, right?
Yeah.
I agree to that. I would love a buildable. What was it? The big gingerbread man,
Oh,
the big one.
Gingy, yeah.
Yeah,
That'd have
big
been
one.
pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
That they could have definitely did something like that. Maybe they're a little bit smaller, like with the Harry Potter, those Harry
Yeah.
Potter joints. They could have did something around that size,
Yeah, you have a little castle front and the gingerbread man, the big giant
Yeah,
gingerbread. Yeah. Yeah.
that'd have been all right. But either way, man, this is gonna be a hit, man. Around the same time the movie's coming out,
Yep.
people was already buzzing about it. People are already talking about it. It makes all the sense in the world. Lego is doing great marketing. They are tagging themselves and connecting themselves, and they've been doing it for years. But I feel as though they're doing it a lot better when it comes to, oh, this thing is coming out. We got to jump on this thing right now.
Yeah.
We gotta be important about this right now. We can't even wait. Like the Jumanji's coming out. I was at the movie theaters. If Jumanji is coming out, I would not be surprised if Liam's Jumanji that just got approved, that gets fast tracked, and they drop that joint off by the end of the year.
I see that too. And if that does, they need to give my man a bonus, because that thing, if we get a set that look like Liam's Jumanji box, oh my God.
Yeah,
Liam, I'm first in line.
Them...
I'm first in line to get that, Liam. I'm telling you, I'm first in line to get that. I'm gonna be the manager. Like my man was. Before they got all the blinds. When they pull the blinds up, they go see my face first. Like I'm being there.
And I made a mistake. I said Liam is Ian. Ian and Liam, they're so close in name. Yeah. Liam works at Lego. He was on Legomasters, and Ian is not working for Lego.
You already know, buddy. You set me up for the kill.
Yeah.
That's your boy. He was on.
That is my boy. You know what? The two of them they're incredible builders. So it's like the names just kind of get mixed up. I'm an old man. I'm an old man. Come some slack. I'm an old man. Yeah, but this is definitely day one. You got to get them joints. Got to get those joints, man.
Yeah. Comes out September 1st.
Okay, let me make a note of that instead of going into the Lego store and making
and harassing the people where they at. I know you got them back.
Yeah, I know. They're in the back.
Bring them out.
Get them out the back.
September 1st. You take it easy.
Come back in a month. Come back in a month. All right, folks. Listen, Comic-Con is probably the biggest fan event in the world. There are different Comic-Cons all over the world, but you got to go to the main one, and that is San Diego Comic-Con. That is when all the news drops. That's where everybody breaks their necks, spend their life savings just to get in the building for Comic-Con. Now, you know me, man. Last year, I had a bit of a mental breakdown. I had a mental breakdown. You know, I was not sent out to Comic-Con to represent Legomasters and everything like that. And I kind of went about it the wrong way, at least in the way that I thought was constructive. But, you know, that's not what the story is today. The story is the Lego booth. Now, Lego has been a presence at Comic-Con for the last few years. And this year, it is all about Pokemon. It is all about those smart bricks. So their entire Lego setup, their Lego booth was all about the smart brick. And you know what? It makes total sense. Smart brick is their biggest thing right now, and they are trying to sell it as best as they can. And if you're going to sell it, make sure you're doing it at the biggest and at the largest convention on the planet when it comes to geek culture. Just taking a look at it, you know, you have your Pokemon stuff. They have a demonstration, a display area for the Pokemon stuff. Then you also have your Star Wars stuff. You have all the different types of ways you could play with the smart brick. That's what they got all set up. And then they got some of the sets that are going to be coming out for the future. They have all the Marvel stuff that we're going to touch on a little bit later on the show. But they have a bunch of the Marvel stuff that's there. They had, you know, all different types of pictures that you can take. They had people there that you could talk to. But this was just one big advertisement for the smart brick. That's what it looked like. It looked like that they were just really trying to sell that smart brick. They wanted people to get into that smart play. That is what their goal was. And I don't know, man. Do you think they accomplished their goal?
I think so, because here's the thing. This is the I wouldn't call it free advertisement, because you pay for your booth, you pay for your your display and everything that you're going to do and everything like that. So this is like the best way to advertise without advertising through television or anything like that, right? And this is a big event. And so you're immersed in the world. They even had Mose Eisley. So you had some of the smart bricks. You would go into these immersed worlds, and that's what the whole entire Lego smart display was about. You walk into a room and you're immersed in that world. So yeah, you spend about almost $1 billion trying to get a new technology up and running and out the door, and you have a hiccup because Star Wars fans are very critical because they want what they want and how they want it. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? And so it doesn't really smooth over well with that. So then you emerge it into the Pokemon, and you bring the Pokemon in. And so and you got to think about it. It's a Comic-Con. Pokemon's there. So hey, you got a Lego Pokemon there. So now the Pokemon people come over to the Lego booth because there's Pokemon there. And yeah, let's do some Lego. Now you're selling a smart brick, right? So this is genius, right? This is genius. Because think about how many people go to this event, right? And then think about it, like every booth, not every booth, but some booths have interactive play. Some booths don't, right? This one has interactive play. You take, you build it or whatever, and you're going back and forth and you're playing the smart. Now, I'm not saying I'm a fan of it, but it sounds like a Corey Sam's, a Corey Sam's scheme, like, especially that when you pull that car dealership over at Legomasters or season 1, remember that?
Corey?
Hey, welcome to the CT car lot.
I'm not really in the market, but okay.
Hey, what's up? I'm Corey.
And I'm Travis.
We are brothers from New Jersey.
We've been building Lego for about 20 years.
No other team has a connection that me and my brother have. Like, we're literally finishing each other's
sentences.
There we go. Like a big kid right now.
Let's do this thing.
Can never overdo it when it comes to Lego. Being 5 years older, my dad always told me that I had to protect my brother.
When I was 6, I was diagnosed with leukemia, and being practically bedridden, I wasn't able to go outside like my other friends was doing.
I felt like I failed him. It is hard thinking about it now. Being, we're older and he's healthy, but at that time, it was tough.
Having my brother coming over to the hospital to play Lego with me was a treat. We started building whatever we could imagine.
We bros, we work together, get anything done, man.
We're gonna do this competition, we're gonna win, and we're excited.
That's what this feels like. That's what. So you all choked up because I'm right.
I was keeping a straight face, man, until you said the interactive play, and then I thought about that interactive play that they were doing, where they were just shaking the things in front. Oh my God! I hope that wasn't the display that they chose, man. Because if I was at Comic-Con, I saw that.
They're not going to do it. The people who come up to the booth and ask questions, yeah, I got this Lego set. Here you go. Like, here you go, right here. Yeah, go ahead. And you going back and forth, right? Like, you going back and forth.
What are you doing? What are you doing? No, I don't know what this is.
You shaking that thing up to make it, make them sounds and stuff like that, and boom.
How come it's not saying how come it's not saying his name? Why are you growling for?
I wonder if they had sets for sale on there, or because usually you could go there to go buy some stuff. So I'm sure they did pretty well. Yeah,
I'm sure they did, and it wasn't no convention prices either. I bet you they were just regular retail prices, of course, because Lego could do that. I get it. It's a big technology, the smart brick. They want to sell it. They want people to buy it, and they got to demonstrate it. I get that. I really do. But to be quite honest with you, man, I just don't like how they do that interactive play. And I don't like that. For me, it's just kind of corny. But then again, it's not marketed towards me. It's marketed towards kids. And some kids might be into that type of play.
The parents got the money. So
the parents got the money too. Right. I just think, like, you know, when it comes to the Pokemon, they should have at least programmed it to say the Pokemon's name. I'm gonna die on that hill, man.
I'm with that.
I'm gonna die
with
on
that.
that hill.
And
They
maybe
should've
the
did
next wave, maybe the next wave will do that, right? Maybe the next wave will do
Maybe.
that. Did they miss that? Yeah, I'm with you. They missed that because it should have
Yeah.
said it would have said the name, like it's the charge up, like
Yeah,
you know,
Pika
the
Pika.
Pokemon.
All that.
They charge up, and then you could do all that, right? But
Right.
yeah,
That takes it to another
that's
level.
smart. You know, that's smart.
That takes
Yeah.
it to
So
another level.
and so, you know, they'll probably take that back, and if that's something they tweak, then good on them. If they don't, that's a missed opportunity, right?
Right.
To sell more
Right.
sets.
Right.
But some of the other sets, it wasn't just all Pokemon there in that
Mhm.
booth, even though that was the heavy thought, right? You
Right.
had the Star Trek US Enterprise, the NCC 1701 bridge. They debuted that there. They also
Yep.
debuted the Donkey Kong arcade set, which you have. They debuted that set as well.
Right.
And what else did they do? They did some Ninjago. They had some Ninjago
Yeah,
releases
15-year
too out
anniversary.
there.
Yep.
The 15th anniversary, yeah. So there was other sets that they debuted there, but like you said, Pokemon was front and center.
Right.
But go back to the Brickbuster shop. Go back to that. I love, you know, when it had that blockbuster look, you know, of it.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
That
you
was pretty
noticed
cool.
not to keep going any further, but you noticed there was really no Lego Masters there, but there was some land members there. There was some land
was some-
members there. There
was some
was
land members
the regular, the usual suspects that were there. So,
Mhm.
but I you know, I can't tell you, Corey. I wish I could tell you. I can't tell you if there was an invite sent out or not. I didn't get an invite, but I don't know if there was an invite sent out or not, or everybody just decided to go. That was the smart thing to do, was just to go because you knew Lego was going to be there. So they really probably shouldn't have to invite you. You should go because you know that's a premier event, a media event, right? And you had a prior engagement, so you couldn't go. I was trying to twist your arm a bit. Trying to twist your arm a bit.
Connecticut, man. I was doing great things in Connecticut.
Yeah. And so I ended up not going. But shame on me. I'm gonna try to go next year. I'm gonna try, but yeah. So, but
I'm not looking for any invitation, so I'm gonna go like a regular person.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go like a regular person.
Yeah, I'm gonna go like a regular person.
Just because.
I'm gonna go as Iceberg
the
Bricks. Yeah, I'm promoting Iceberg Bricks. So
yeah, just stand by the booth. Just pull out your big old banner and everything like that. Like, yeah, you know that show? That's me. That's me.
All right, next up, we have the Lego Masters Australia's finale. Now, you're very chummy with the Australian cast. You know, you on a first name basis. Me, not so much. What did you think of the finale?
I don't know if I could say chummy. Maybe with one or two of them. I got my butt chewed out a couple weeks ago from a few of them. Because of stuff I didn't say, but it's all right. It's all good.
Right here.
You know, but you know what? This was technically season 8 of Lego Masters Australia. They decided to do a Bricktacular special, where we've done Bricktacular specials, but it was more holiday themed. But it was 4 episodes that we did, 4 challenges that we were able to do, and at the end, someone was crowned the champion. In this case, instead of a holiday special, they decided to do a little bit similar to what they did before with the world, invited other Lego Masters from parts of the world, and they did a 3-team combo as opposed to a 2-team combo. There was 4 episodes that we saw there. They had 1 elimination episode where one team got eliminated based on their scores. They ended up getting eliminated, and then in the finale, we had 3 teams going head to head in the finale. I'll just go through the teams. We had Jordy, Michelle, and Max. That was the team that got eliminated. Then we had Gabby, Askira, and Aurora. So those were the finalists on there. And then we had Trent, Alex, and Felix. That was another one. We mentioned Alex in a previous episode. She reached the threshold of 500 hours of Lego Master building. So quite the accomplishment on her part. And then we had Jackson, Alex T, and Fleur. So their final challenge was a Jurassic Park challenge, very similar to what we did in the US. we had Chris Pratt actually come on set. You know, I'm just throwing it out there. Anyway, so they had a Jurassic Park build, and they had to pretty much recreate a scene or do an epic scene. So this is the finale build. You know, and all the teams did a great job. They did a great job, but one team stood above the rest when it came to their display, where they showed a monorail scene where a pterodactyl was chomping away at the monorail, and there was just so much action beat in this particular scene. And because of that, it earned the win to the team of Jackson, Alex T, and Fleur. They won the entire series. And they're all from Australia. They're all original casts from Australia. Both was on season 2, which was Jackson and Alex. And season 3 was Fleur. This was a major deal, and the star of that team is Fleur, in my opinion. And it's not because I've spoken to Jackson, I've spoken to Alex a few times in the past, but when it comes to Fleur, she has been on Legomasters quite a few times. She's made a few appearances. She has gotten close a few appearances, and now she gets to call herself champion alongside Jackson and Alex. But they were already champions from their season, but she finally has the cup. And the way that they did it, it was just a huge reaction from Fleur. She was the star of that entire moment. And, you know, big congratulations to Jackson, Alex, and Fleur for a job well done, an incredible season. I wish we had more episodes, but, you know, that we're not going to rehash that. I'm happy that they were able to deliver an amazing season, amazing builds. It truly shows what level of creativity that Australia brings every single time they do it, whether it's for a full long season or a short season. They still bring their best game. So big shout out and big congratulations to the team.
Yes, indeed. A good show, Australia. You're showing the world how to do Lego Masters. And so I know I'm very critical of you because I look, Australia, Lego Masters, I want you to do the right thing. And a lot of times y'all don't do the right thing. But do you have showmanship? Absolutely. You do. And I can't take that away from you. You earned it. 8 seasons in, and you're doing what the world hasn't, right? And so, you know, I shout out to Fleur, and you said Alex and Trent, right?
Alex and Trent,
Yep, Alex and Trent. Shout out to y'all, Lego Masters champions.
Sorry, Jackson. Alex and Jackson and Fleur. You know, shout out to y'all. Y'all earned the crown, so you are the champion, right? And you know, it's a sport. It's our sport. This is our sport, so we're very competitive. And so don't take it out on Corey because I said something about you. You know, I want you to rise the occasion. Fleur, Alex and Jackson, I want you to rise the occasion. You know, a lot of people take criticism the wrong way, right? You know, just as I'm giving you your flowers, I could be very critical too, because I want you to sharpen those skills. I want to see some amazing stuff. And so, and I know you can deliver that, because if you didn't, the producers on that show wouldn't invite you if you couldn't. And so, that's, you know, they want a show. Everybody wants a show. Even when Michael Jordan was sick, hey man, I don't care you sick. I don't care you got a flu. How many points you dropping tonight? I'm gonna give you 45. I'm gonna give you 45.
That's what I want to know. That's what I want to know. I want to show. Now, I don't care what you got going on. I want to know how much you dropping tonight. So shout out to another successful season for Lego Masters Australia, even though it was very short. So I'm critical on that because you owe us about another 4 episodes.
I would say this, man. They had a watch party, and this is the one thing that I feel like Australia does way better than the US. They highlight their builders. The builders are the stars of the show. Even though you have Hamish and you have Brickman there, and as much as they're a fixture of the show, it's the builders. They do profiles of the builders. They have the builders talk about their family. They bring the families onto the show. They did a watch party where you know, a few of the members that were on the show, the cast, they were there and they were watching the show with a lot of people. And I remember there was a touching moment with Fleur. She's up there. She's with Alex. I think she's with Trent and a few others. And they're all together and they're about to hear the winner of Lego Masters Bricktacular. And as soon as it, you know, the announcement's made, Fleur's son runs up on stage, hugs his mother, and everything like that, and they're just having a great time. Lego Masters US, sorry to say, would never do that, and it's because we're under an umbrella where there are way too many TV shows that are happening, and there's just too many eyes going on different places. They're not focused on us, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later on in the show. But
that's true. But here you opened up the door. So do you think, because maybe, and I don't know, maybe I definitely got to do more research. The producers that run the Lego Master shows for Australia, are they producing other shows, or is that it? Because I could tell you, like, a lot of producers in the US, they bounce from show to show. So they're working a show, but at the same time, they're looking for that other job on another show. They're looking for that other job on another show. And so, you know, you kind of have to rush this up to get to the other show. Then you rush this up. So what I'm saying is, maybe the time isn't enough for the effort. And whereas this person, well, now, you know, now these producers can produce all of the Lego Master shows globally now, so they don't have to go look for the next job. They don't have to go look for the next job, because this is it.
Yeah, that's very true. But we'll get into that, because I have a theory, and it involves our season, and I think the direction of Lego Masters in general. Yeah. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but if you see our backgrounds, and that's what most people do, people like to look at people's backgrounds. It's okay. My background's a mess. I have been working up here all weekend, working on some stuff. But you can look at our backgrounds. You can tell that we're a fan of a specific comic book genre. Okay, we're fans of a specific comic book brand. You can tell by our shirts, right? It's Marvel. You know, as much as DC is here and trying, DC came out with that Supergirl, and it didn't do so well. I liked the movie, but Supergirl didn't do so well. No. We just like Marvel. So guess what? Marvel said, hey, we like you guys too. We're going to give you guys a new wave of Marvel stuff. But it's very, very driven to one particular person, and that is the upcoming Avengers movie, which is called Avengers Doomsday. And that is going to be a stunning movie filled with stars from past and present, and maybe even future. So Lego is jumping on that wave. We talked about it with Shrek. We talked about it with other things. Now they're jumping on the wave when it comes to bringing in Doomsday. We saw a little bit of it at Comic-Con. They showed some of those new sets, and you got the list in front of you, correct? I do. Go down the list of what we're going to be seeing in the next Marvel wave in Lego.
All right, these Doomsday sets are coming out October 4th, or the 1st, probably the 1st. You know, they say the 4th, but it's usually the 1st. But so they're coming out in October. You get the Epic Battle Avengers Doomsday, and it's with the Sentinel front and center, right? You get a buildable Sentinel. You get a bunch of minifigures. You get Doctor Doom, Magneto, Thor, Nightcrawler, Mystique, Mr. Fantastic, with the towering brick-built Sentinel in front of everything, right? And that's cool. I like that. You even get a buildable Sentinel head that lays on the floor, right? I like that they brought Doom back. I like that, because you did get a Doctor Doom minifig, but it was much early in the sets, much earlier years ago. But I'm glad Doom is back. The next one you're gonna get, and that one runs about $100, right? At 846 pieces. Next one we get an Avengers Tower, right? This one is like this one's like $109 or $110. It's got 954 pieces, so it's not a UCS one. But I still got to see the movie. I'm not a fan of the way this one was built, and I say that because I still haven't seen the movie. I don't know if, like, you have you have two blue accents on one's on the front side of it, one's on the back side of the Avengers Tower. I don't know, maybe they're buildings that's supposed to be in front of this, like maybe it's the silhouette, like you see the Avengers Tower in the background, and maybe these are buildings. I'm not exactly sure what these blue and it might be shields. I don't, I'm trying to look at it. Let me see. But they come with looks like you get, let me see, you get a couple of minifigures. You get Dr. Doom with the hood and cape. You get and a power blaster. You get Yelena,
yeah.
Yelena with two batons. You get the Red Guardian. Oh, that's who that is. Okay, shame on me. Bucky Barnes with his blaster, Human Torch with his flames, and Sentry with the cape. So we get that star-studded cast, and I love all the minifigures that we're getting, like Sentry. You're getting Yelena, you're getting the Red Guardian. We're getting the newer version of Bucky. We're getting all these things, and that's good for like your minifigure Marvel cast, right? But not so much that tower. I don't know. It's the jury's still out on it. I'm trying to see. I can't tell. I can't even. I don't know what those two blue. Are they shields? Are they buildings? I don't know if this is like a silhouette. I'm trying to read up on it. Maybe this is maybe it's a I don't know. I'm not gonna make an excuse for it. I'm not. I don't know what it is.
Let me help you out. Let me help you out, man.
Help me out.
Let me help you out. This is a 12+ set.
Okay.
This is a set for kids.
Okay.
This ain't a set for an adult looking for detail and all that stuff. If I'm getting this set, but I'm getting it for the figs. I could care less for the building. This looks like I don't know.
For the figs. I'm in it for the figs.
This was built for a child. This was clearly built for a child. This is for kids to have fun with. This ain't for a person like me to build and be like, oh, I'm going to add this to my city. Nah, I'm good.
I got
I'm gonna take these figs already. Yeah, I'm gonna take these figs. I don't want this. The rest of it can go in the trash heap for me. Not impressed.
Not the trash. All right, next we get the Avengers Doomsday Quinjet.
Yep.
So you get another version of Quinjet. This one is black and red. It's not the blue or the gray one, right? This one's like a gunmetal gray with a little bit of black accents, some red and stuff on it, right? This one's about $60, 433 pieces, right? You are going to get the Thing, Dr. Doom, and who else you got here? Captain America, and I'm missing one. Cyclops. So Cyclops, Dr. Doom, Captain America, and the Thing. You're gonna get with this one here. I'm in it for the figs. But look, I'm in it for the figs. But I said Captain America. Who'd you thought?
Sam Wilson. I knew it was Sam Wilson. That's Sam Captain America.
Yeah.
That's Captain America. Even though Steve Rogers is in this movie, he's Cap.
His name is Steve Rogers now, right? He's Steve Rogers.
He's just Steve Rogers. He's just Steve.
Hey, Rogers.
He's just Steve.
All right. And last but not least, definitely not least, is the Dr. Doom bus coming in at $50. It comes with the minifig Dr. Doom, 379 pieces. Definitely would like to get this and put it on my shelf as well. And that is the new Lego Marvel Wave.
So let me just go through this real quick. The last one, that bus, I'm getting that bus. Yeah. I need that bus. That goes without question. $50. That's a steal. I'll take that. The Quinjet, the Doomsday Quinjet, they currently have the Avengers Age of Ultron Quinjet. And if I'm looking at the two of them, I prefer the Age of Ultron Quinjet. The design is a little bit better, is more accurate. I haven't even seen the movie. However, when it comes to the figs, I want that Captain America, I want that Cyclops, and I want that Dr. Doom. That Thing, they can throw that in the trash heap too. I don't know why they keep playing the Thing out, man. The Thing is about the size of the Hulk, bro.
He is. He's a big dude. Big dude. Yeah.
I don't know why they keep doing it.
Them
They want
down.
to throw some little gloves.
We probably have to do. We might be wrong. We might have to do some specs. Like he probably a tad smidgen smaller, right?
He is attached a bit small, but he is bulky. He's a
He's a
brick.
bulky dude. Yeah, he is a bulky dude.
They got these oven mitts. They give him oven mitts and stuff like that, man. Like that's supposed to be intimidating, man. Come on, man, get out of here. Nah, bro, I pass on that.
All right.
What was the next one here? We got the what was it? I just had it. Yeah, we talked about it though. We talked about it. The Avengers Tower. Yeah, I'll take the figs that tower can go. So
I don't know what's going on there, man. I was trying to defend it, but I can't. I don't know what are those blue streaks. I don't know. But even so, like I get it. It's meant to be. We just talked about that. It's a lower. I can't even say that. That thing's $100.
Yeah.
I can't make no excuse. I was like, I can't move on. I tried, Corey. I tried.
You did. There was another one, man. The epic battle, the Avengers Doomsday epic battle, with the Sentinel. Yeah. So that one right here, that's something I definitely want. Number one, the Sentinel looks like a Sentinel from the cartoons. I want that. And then we have Magneto. I don't remember us having a Magneto, but we probably have. We have
it came in the X-Men set. The
X-Men set. Okay. So just everybody that's in this, I want it. This right here is probably going to be the star. Outside of the Doctor Doom bus, this right here is going to be the star right here. I want this set. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's going to be a successful wave. I think it's going to be a successful run.
Yeah.
People is going to come out and they're going to get this set. They're going to get these sets because this movie is based on Spider-Man and how well Spider-Man did. How well Spider-Man did. This is definitely going to build momentum to Doomsday. And I think because of that, Doomsday is going to be on everybody's mind come December. So these sets, they're going to be vital for people to buy and to have. So it's a win.
It's a win. Yeah. All right, we'll bring it back up. Why not? Fox Lego Masters. Corey, where the hell is it?
So I had the same question in my mind. I said, all right, San Diego Comic-Con is here. They usually drop some sort of, hey, the new season of Lego Masters is coming out. This is what you can expect. And then boom, the trailer dropped. We had none of that. So I started scratching my head like, yo, where is Lego Masters? If you're not going to announce it at Comic-Con, when are you going to announce it? So looking at my research and looking at what's going on, it looks like there's been a delay. It looks like Lego Masters is not airing until 2027, next year, mid-year. So not even in the beginning of the year. It looked like it's going to be around the May and June era, close to the beginning of summer of next year. We're getting Lego Masters Season 6, a season that was filmed and is done last year. So that's 2 years.
So 2024, at the end of 2024, they wrapped that up in, I want to say they wrapped that up in 2024.
Probably, yeah.
Because when they did the announcement, when did they do the announcement about, like, you know, you can apply or try out for Lego Masters? What was that?
We found out about that during last year's Brick World, because I remember that's when they announced that Will Arnett was stepping away and Nick Cannon was taking over. And then at Brick Fair, Virginia, that's where I met a few people who said they flew out to San Fran or to California to do the auditions. And that's where they saw Boone. That's where they saw Brickmaster Amy and all that stuff. So I think it was around last year that they started the filming. They started filming in 2025, and they were done with filming in 2025. Because around that time, the only thing that was out was season 5 of Lego Masters, because that aired around that same time, and then Lego Masters Junior aired that time as well. And then that was it. No holiday special, and then no further Lego Masters this year. So It looks like that we're getting put on the back burner, man, by the network. That's the only logical explanation I could come up with it, man. And it's the MO of Fox. If something is not working for them, they'll change it up. If it doesn't work when they change it up, then they put it out to pasture and they send it on its way. At the end of the day, it's all about numbers. And Lego Masters have been steadily dipping in the viewership over the past few years. Our season was the biggest because it was COVID. Everybody was home and no one knew what Lego Masters was. And then all the seasons after that had kind of like a roller coaster effect, but it's been on a steady decline. And any person that works in this media, they know that if there's a decline, you try to bring it back up. If you can't bring it back up, you cut it loose, and then you move on to something else.
Yeah, I think that all right. So season 5, and I had to do some research. Season 5 of the U.S. Lego Masters premiered May 19th, 2025. It concluded July 28th, 2025. Now look, I said the call outs or the casting for the tryouts was June 21st, 22nd of 2025 at the Legoland California result, right? That's when they duped everybody, right? In my line, they get mad. I say stuff like that, but in my line, because the teams were already made, like you already knew who you were picking, so you were duping everybody else. There was a guy that, matter of fact, I don't even see the guy anymore. I don't even see his channel anymore. I don't know what happened. But remember the guy? He was mad.
Yeah.
He was mad, and he do a little Lego review, and in between the Lego review, he telling you that he had a lawsuit happening, whatever. It was crazy. It was.
This is how I get in trouble. This is how I get in trouble because now they're going to be laughing and be like, "Yo, you co-signed what he said."
I'm just talking about it. Like I ain't posted. I'm just talking about it. They get mad because you said something. Well, I didn't post it. I didn't do it. I didn't
make it up.
I just brought it up. Like it's a thing. And so, yeah. So I think you're right. I think that once the American market for Lego Masters relinquished control over to Australia, which in all shine, it's an Australian company, so it's a power takeover. At this point, you got producers that are worried about their own Australia show versus everything else. Now, mind you, they still probably got to put out the Asian one, the one from China. They probably got to put that one out. The Netherlands, the Netherlands, right? Netherlands has one.
That's right. Let's take a look.
New Zealand has one, right? And I don't see any previews. I don't see anything about. Used to see like their shows and stuff like that. Used to see like shorts on their show and stuff like that. I don't see any of that. I don't see any of it. Which is sad because like I think the US one was on the heels of the Australian one, and I think it just had more star-studded power. And I think like I want to see how they organize the US show. I want to see the US show. Yeah, I'm impatient. I want to see the US show because I want to see how you organize it, how the product's going to be. I want to see. But only that, like you said, like the thing is in the can. It's been filmed, it's been shot, it's been edited, it's ready to go, but they're not showing it until next year.
So here's the thing. I'm looking right now on Wikipedia. And I'm looking at the global brand of Lego Masters. And this is the part that I was alluding to when I'm concerned about Lego Masters. Our last season was 2025.
Okay.
That was with Ian and Sage. Them winning.
Ian and Sage.
That was them winning.
Yeah.
Looking at the UK, the last one for the UK was 2022.
Okay.
The last one for Sweden was 2022. The last and only one for Spain was 21.
Okay.
South Korea, 22. Poland, 24. Denmark, 22. Norway, 21. New Zealand, 23. Mexico has a 2026 date, but it's TBA, to be announced.
To be announced. Okay.
Japan, 23. Hungary, 25. Germany, 21. Finland, 24. France, 25. Czech Republic, 22, Belgium, Netherlands, 25, and Australia, which had the most recent, which was this year.
Right.
That's
so
it.
they worked on the Mexico one, and so that's going to come out. And see, that's what concerns me, is that it's a one-stop shop, but you only got one production crew, and you got to get these people in here. And so you're putting out a show a year. So basically what's going to happen, Corey, is that Australia will continue to do one show a year. All right, this year we'll put out Mexico. Next year we'll put out the US one. The next year we'll put out the Netherlands one, but Australia will always have one each year, if not two. Like, because they used to do 2 a year.
Yeah.
And so I think that the way they're going to do 2 a year for Australia is I give you 4 episodes at the beginning of the year. I give you 4 episodes at the end of the year. Just almost like how AMC, I don't know if you ever watch AMC, like movies and stuff, not movies, but their series, The Walking Dead, they give you like 4 episodes in the beginning of the year, and then you got to wait to the end of the year to catch the other 4.
That's true. And I just want to make a quick correction when it comes to Mexico. It looks like there is no current official or widely released series titled Legomasters Mexico. So it looks like that it hasn't been announced, and it's just rumors at this point.
It's rumors. Okay.
Yeah, it looks like it's just rumors at this point. It looks like that they don't have any type of show in the can or any plans. So this pretty much goes back to what we've been saying as far as Lego Masters as a brand. We had the privilege of being a part of it. We had the privilege of working on it. And it looks like that because of the overall atmosphere in the Lego community, people are starting to not care so much about Lego Masters. The fans still care about it. They love it. But ultimately the fans within the community, the culture, they don't really see a need for Lego Masters. They don't see how popular it is, because let's be real, we've had people that come on the show and they came on for the wrong reasons. They didn't come on to elevate the show, to bring the show to a higher level. They came on to get rich. They came on to get some fame. They came on to be in front of the camera. And then once they got what they needed and it didn't work out the way they wanted to, they went, turn around, bashed the show, and then they did all types of stuff that kind of hurt the decorum of the show and other people. I'm not going to name any names, but it's very clear that that's what happened.
You talk about me?
I mean, I would have just told you straight to your face. I'd have been like, "Yo, Mel, you're the reason why we ain't winning." I'd have told you straight up. You know, I mean, but you have your reasons, right?
Yeah. I mess with you.
And at least you're honest about it. You're honest about it. But there's people who pretend that they're for the brand, they want the brand, and then they turn around and they say, "Yo, I hate this show. I hate my moments on the show. All this stuff." At least you say it straight up, like, "Hey, listen, I was on the show, but would you ask me to be back on the show? I wouldn't go back." And these are the reasons why. Like, at least you're honest about it. People who are not honest about it, two-faced about it, I don't want you in our circle, because you're not helping us. So
you're not genuine.
I think whenever, if ever, this season of Lego Masters air in 2027,
they can still not air it.
They can still not air it. They have done that. Fox has done that. They've had shows in the can ready to go, and they say, "Hey, you know what? We're just not going to air it." And then boop, they just put it in their locker, in their lot, and that's it. I think this might be the last season of Lego Masters on any brand.
I think so.
That includes Australia.
I don't think they do any more casting. You won't see any more cast, because here's the thing: why should I cast when I got one in the can? I got a show in the can. Why should I cast?
Yeah.
And if it doesn't get picked up, or they decided to cancel it, well, all right, well, you save money.
That's what's going to boil down to.
Yeah.
If it's not helping the brand, I mean, Australia, they get their hardware almost every year. Like, people love the show out there, but they decided to do a 4-episode special, instead of a full season. So stuff like that, you got to look at that. Lego Masters, our last season aired last year. And that was a season that was filmed 2 years prior to it.
2 years prior.
We used to have it. You film 6 months later, boom, we're already out the door, out the gate. We're running.
Yep. Yeah,
so
yeah.
you can tell what's going on.
They're doing casting. They're doing casting to get it rolling. Like, you know.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna tell you. I think Lego Masters has lost steam in the U.S. Australia, because that's it's at its height, because that's all they do over there. They love, I guess, reality TV over there. So they got all kinds of reality TV all day long, right? Here we got other things too. But I think that it's ran its course. It's going to be a short TV show, because it'll probably just roll 6 seasons and that's it.
Yeah.
And, you know, and it's sad, because it has so much potential. Even like the Lego Masters Junior, like, you know, it has so much potential. So I don't ever see. I don't think. I'm gonna tell you right now, there probably won't be a Lego Masters season 7.
No.
As slow as they're moving, they just, you know, I think it's ran in the ground. And I think even on the Australia side, the people want something new, right? You know, I think they have basically ran out the good welcome. Like we've seen it. We've seen this. Because here's the thing: you keep bringing back the same contestants. We've seen them. We've seen this. We've seen them. We've seen this. We've seen this.
If the Lego group cared and wanted Lego Masters from the very beginning, I could guarantee you that it would have been a different feel. I feel like we would have had at least one season per year around the world, and then we would do one season where everyone, they just pick their favorites, send them all to Denmark, do one big season in Denmark. Then the next year, go back and do season 2. Everybody comes back to Denmark, do that season. It would have kept that rotation fresh. It would have been really cool. It would have been something that people are looking forward to, like legitimate competition. These countries, they compete against each other. They got the best of the best. Then they send them to Denmark, where Lego is located, and they do the show out there. They do a Bricktacular. That could have been the Bricktacular right there. 4 episodes right there in a regular 10 to 12 seasons, or 10 to 12 episodes, you know, outside of that. But the Lego group wasn't invested. We saw that. We saw that firsthand. They didn't even donate Lego to our show. We had to get the Lego from other places. We couldn't even get it directly.
You had to buy it from the store. You had to buy it.
They had to buy it from the store. Like, how you call Lego Masters and the Lego group don't co-sign you?
I don't know exactly what went down with that, but you know, Shy was the manager.
Yeah, I remember.
So I don't know what went down, but after the show had finished, Shy wasn't the manager anymore. So I don't know, like, I don't know what happened with that point, because I think that Lego still probably wasn't on board with it. And it wasn't until after it aired and it was a big thing, then all of a sudden they started, like, you know, tying things up and trying to.
Once you saw the spike,
partner, they trying to partner up with it. But so I don't know. Yeah, I'm speculating. I don't know exactly what happened, but
I mean, you can put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, it happened.
You can put 2 and 2 together.
So, and if that's the case too, if that's the case, Shy is a pioneer, and he's a person that pushed the needle to make Fox Lego Masters happen, because, you know, ultimately he was sacrificed for making that decision.
You hear that, Shy?
I'm just saying.
He sacrificed you, man.
That's what I see. Now I could be wrong. But if I'm wrong, then tell me, hey, look, you're wrong. This is what happened. You know, tell me, you know, this is what happened. Blah 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 blah. But to me, that's what it looks like, because you got to think about it. A company, a TV production company, comes to you and say, hey, look, this is the amount of Lego that we need. This is the stuff that we need. Are you able to provide it? And you, as a manager, you're looking at your inventory, your loose brick inventory, and you're like, man, that's what they're asking for. It's not enough. So what do? You order it, and remember, they said all the stuff was rented, right? This stuff was rented. They didn't buy it. They purchased it as a rental, but it had to go back to the Lego store.
Yeah. And then they had to push it out there. So that's the thing, man. Lego just should have been invested since day one. Since day one, they should have been invested, and they weren't. And it took for their sales to boost, for them to see the correlation of, oh, our sales are boosting when these shows are airing, We need to get behind this because this is helping our sales. At the end of the day, it's all about business. It's all about money. So sadly, that's how they saw it. They didn't see it as a way of giving back to the community that gave them everything they got, because it took our money and our hobby, our interest to get Lego to where it is today. They could have definitely gave something back for a show called Lego Masters.
Yeah. Well, that's all we got.
Yeah, man. That's it, folks. You know, summer is winding down, man. It's August already, bro.
I still got the Will Smith "Summertime" song in my head, man.
You got to cut that song off by about July 1st because it's over. It's over. Kids are going back to school tomorrow. Kids are going back to school tomorrow. They didn't even get their feet wet, and they back. Back.
Yeah, you did, because I think we had a lot of thunderstorms on the East Coast, and it was just ridiculous. So, like, sun come out, here come a thunderstorm.
That's how it is sometimes, man. But you know what, man? We got a big summer. I got a big rest of the summer ahead. Got a lot of traveling. This might be the only time I'm home on a Sunday, man. I'm gonna be traveling just about every weekend, man. And at the end of the day, you know, I gotta work. I gotta make that money, but I also gotta be able to support, man.
Yeah, indeed. Eras we got, it's Ian, not Liam. Ian.
Yes, Ian.
Your Lego mentor. Messing up your name. It
happens, man. It happens, man. I've been up. Listen, if you guys, I sometimes we plug other places, but I'm gonna plug Good Morning Brick World. I told them I've been up since 3 a.m. man. My son has been up. He woke up 3 a.m. in the morning. He woke everybody up in the house, man. So I've been up, you know, up this whole time. So you gotta forgive me on that. You gotta forgive me on that.
Forgive it.
All right. But I'm going to ask for the fans and folks who are tuning in, please forgive us because we're going to try to do better next time. We always try to do better next time. All right.
Until then.
Yep.
Hey, Lego Masters. US is still number one.
Number one.